So I wanted to start off by talking to you about your coaching staff and how you pretty much assembled it and put it together. First off, who was the person that you reached out to right off the bat?
Brad Davis. Brad
And
Davis.
yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what was that conversation like?
Well, they'd been let go at Missouri, and so I didn't have to call a head coach and ask him for permission and all that stuff. And matter of fact, right after Hunter offered me the job, Jamie and I the job, and when we were in Athens, I went after we jumped around and excited. I called Brad and I said, "Let's go." He said, "When do you want me there?" I said, "I think press conference Monday. Need to be here ready to go on Tuesday." But he was the first one. The second one was Barry Odom, and that was immediately after I hung up the phone with Brad Davis. And the second one was Barry Odom. So those are two guys that I really wanted bad. I trusted, I loved them, and I wanted them on the staff. Those were the first two.
What was really important to you when you were trying to find guys to fit your staff? What were you looking for in a coach?
A good man. I wanted a good person. I want a guy that knew how to teach. Sometimes we make a mistake. I want to know how to get it right. And cussing me out isn't helping me learn. And I wanted people that knew how powerful their mouth was and use it in the right way. Our mouth gets powerful, and if we use it in the right way, we can get a lot accomplished. I wanted people that knew how to teach and knew what they were doing. And because if a guy needs help learning, you need a good teacher to teach him.
Well, it's been a while since Arkansas has had someone on special teams as that is their coach. So
Yeah.
why did you decide to pick Scott Fountain for that job, and why is it so important to have him?
Well, we got lucky with Scott. I mean, for him to come here from Georgia was a big deal. It was a big deal for me, but Scott was also my neighbor in Georgia, so we had a lot of different times to talk. Um, if you're going to preach that special teams is one of the three parts of the game, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special teams, then you probably ought to have a special teams coordinator. And we think that Scott's as good as anybody in the country, and so we needed someone to coordinate our special teams. You wouldn't take, hey, let's take all these offensive guys. You coach the quarterbacks. You do this. Oh, by the way, Kendall, you're in charge of offensive special teams. Not going to work. Or by the way, Kendall, you're going to call the plays this week. We need the special teams coordinator that so we could show our kids that it was very important. It was just as important as other parts of offense and defense, and so that's why we did it.
Well, we talked with Coach Briles and Odom earlier,
Yeah.
and Briles mentioned that he doesn't care what you call his offense; he just wants it to be productive. Is that your same idea?
Yes, and Kendall Briles is one of the strongest believers in winning that I've ever been around. He wants to win. He's passionate about winning, and you can't just talk about winning. He'll show you. He's done a great job with the quarterbacks, great job recruiting quarterbacks, and he is passionate about winning. And so we can call it the Briles effect. I don't care what we call it, as long as we get across that big line and score 6 points and keep on the score. And I don't care what we call it.
Well, both of them were very complimentary about how you've handled this entire situation and managing the players and the staff and stuff. How are you handling it though, personally? Adjusting to this kind of learning curve right now.
Oh, it's been awesome. I'm constantly thinking about ideas to make our team better. And the greatest thing that I have around me are great men. And so I'm a guy who's going to ask you your opinion, and then I'm going to value your opinion. And then I'll decide what we end up doing. But it's been incredible for me because I'm surrounded with such good people. And I'll be honest with you, our team, they're good kids on our team, and they work extremely hard, and they're tired of losing too. And so it's been really good because we believe in our team and we're trying to pump confidence in our football team, and we can do it because we have a great staff to do that.
Well, I don't know if you remember, it was a couple years back when Frank Ragnow was getting drafted. I was at that draft party with Jason Carroll and got to meet you for the first time. And, your personality is so big. Did you feel like when you got the head coaching job that maybe you had to dial back a little bit, or are you still going full force like this is who I am?
You know, I just am who I am. And I'm not comfortable being somebody else, and I'm not comfortable trying to be somebody else. I'm just me, and hopefully what you saw, I guess 2 years ago now, yeah, 2 years ago at Frankie's draft is exactly who I am right now. Again, I'm just a big believer that your title doesn't make you who you are. Who you are is makes you who you are. And so I don't want to change from what I was because it got me the job at Arkansas. So we're going to keep the course. We're going to keep on plugging. And I believe Arkansas hired the right guy because I was able to go out and hire the right men to surround myself with.
All right, Coach, that's all I got